make a spring decor DIY, and you can either use it as spring or Easter. We're going to use the house transfer, parts of it. So I will cut it in two. And then we are going to use, I have pre-painted my pieces. When you cut your transfer in two, these big ones like this have lines on them. So you can just cut them. They're kind of pre-designed to be cut in two. These are each, this is one of the house designs. And then it has windows. And I'm not going to use the windows on it because I'm not making a house. And then there's the other house design. We're not going to use any of them tonight. One thing nice about couture is you can mix and match all your transfers. And they are reusable 8 to 12 times. In your comments when you come on, put what state you live in and say hi. I'm in Alaska. It's cold here yet. We still have lots and lots of snow. But we are gaining daylight. Yep. From what we had this winter. The 21st of December, we had about 3 hours and 45 minutes or something like that. Let the dog in.
Mike, let the dog in.
Nola's at the door. She's decided it's time to come in now. She's done playing out there, playing around. We are going to use the heart out of this part of the transfer, and we're going to use this part and this part. Now, what I have for pieces is I have a candlestick, and I have two of the tags from, the candlestick is from Michaels. I have two tags from couture, and I have a little piece of wood that came from Michaels and an egg that came from Michaels. Now I have painted all of these pieces, and I painted them with chalk finish American Decor, and it is kind of in a light green color. I don't think it tells me what color it is anywhere on it. No, it does not. It just tells me that it is a Deco Art chalk finish. And then when I got done doing that, I antiqued them with the ceramic coat wax and wiped it off. And then I put a finish of matte Mod Podge over them. So, and we are going to use sage, iced coffee, which is discontinued, retired, and black. You take your paste and stir it up. Nobody's come on, huh?
Mm-mm.
Now I'm just going to stir them all up while I'm at it. wonder if we should have did a watch party instead.
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay, I wasn't thinking to do one. I put on there 7:30, and I hadn't thought to do one. I just was going to do it regular. And see if we had more people instead. Now the lumps in the iced coffee are not going to hurt anything. My battery is low already. And it was 80%.
What is it at now?
I don't, it just said low battery mode.
Oh, great.
Well, because before it was at 80% when I put it up there. Give me my cord. It's okay, just put it over behind you. And this is the black. My jar of black is a little bigger. You could actually, the smaller jars I like better, but I happen to buy this one, so we just use it. Now, we are going to put this piece on our egg. And we are going to do it in sage green. We're just going to set it on there like that. You don't have to press it down. And just make your paste so it goes out through. Doesn't take a whole lot. The paste dries pretty fast, so when you pick it up, just see what it's doing. If it's got on there all the way. If not, you can go back and just kind of catch it. And just kind of pull your transfer off real easy. And then you have the little dots. Now we'll let that one dry. We will put a squirt of water in our sage. And close the jar up. And then we're going to do the tags. And we're going to do the tags with this kind of a herringbone. And the iced coffee. And we're going to get the iced coffee a little bit thinner because I'm going to do 2 of them, so I don't want it to clog my transfer and I have to wash them in between. Now you can use an immersion stick blender type thing, and you can, if you get it with less than like 2.5 inches across, it'll fit right in your paste containers, and you can mix your paste that way, or you can mix and mix and mix by hand. I have put them in a bowl out of the jar and mixed them with a hand mixer. 1 beater of the hand mixer. Or you can, I have some of mine in 1/2 pint jars because they mix up nice in there and you have room enough that you're not slopping them all over. Sherry,
What?
should we go this way down? Then I can get both of them on there. I should be able to.
Yeah.
If I go this way, I don't think both of them will fit across. I don't think both of them will fit underneath there. Going that way. Maybe. Just about. Not quite. That way. Okay, we're going to do both of these at one time. So instead of putting the transfer right side up, I'm going to lay it sideways. And then that way I can put them both on and I'm not missing much off the ends. This one's over a little farther that way. This one's going to be right off the end. But if I can't go no farther, I'll be off the end of there. Chalking is very easy to do. And one thing nice about it is I have a scan and cut. Okay, I have not used it very much. I bought it specifically so I could use it with my embroidery machine. And then decided that, oh, well, that wasn't the greatest either. So, I have not used it very much. The worst part about it is all the weeding of whatever you do, you have to weed it. Now this will come up off in here. We do not want to pull it right from one corner because that will stretch your transfer. So you kind of want to get it from all the way across and then pull it. These are really small, so I don't want to mess up my little design on there. So there you go. That takes care of them. Now, we're going to close up the iced coffee. Let them dry. They don't take very long to dry. And we will put the heart piece on the egg. This is a nice large heart. And my egg is dry. It still tells me low battery mode. Anyway, so that's too big on there, Sherry. Look how big that is.
Then use the other one.
Yeah, that one's way too big. You put these back on your backer paper. Sometimes they're a little tricky, especially I didn't fuzz this one because it's brand new, so I didn't fuzz it before I used it, which is okay. I'm going to use this little bitty heart in the middle for the doorway of his birdhouse. We're just going to stick it on here like that, kind of in the middle. He generally would have a perch, but because I'm going to put my bird when I do it on the top of the birdhouse, it doesn't necessarily need to have a perch. If you have not got the little dowel sticks and the little drill and all that kind of stuff to be able to put a perch in, then you just make one without the perch. This one's not going to have it. And then you just pick it back up, and you have a tiny little heart in the center to make the door piece. And then you throw away your black stuff so you can wash it. I have a pan over behind me with water in it. Now, we'll let that dry and we'll start to glue this together. We're going to use a hot glue gun. Remember, hot glue with anything is going to burn your fingers if you don't. So we're just going to put the glue around the top of the candlestick, like that. Now we're going to set this piece on top of there and try to get it straight. I'm going to guarantee you that I'm a very straight person, but that's what you want it to be, is pretty straight. Then because I Mod Podged all this, I'm not going to guarantee you that everything is going to hold real well. I think probably you'd be better off using 6000, the E6000 glue, but then it has to take a long time. Or this candlestick has a metal piece in it, but if it didn't have, I would say to drill a hole, to put a screw down through and into the candlestick top, and then that way you make sure it's going to stay on here. Then we're going to put the house, the little birdhouse, the little egg on top of here. I'm going to hold it a second and see if my hot glue holds. Weird, huh?
Hopefully it don't hold it together.
No, if it don't, it won't if you put it outside in the cold.
True.
That's why Mike brings all the stuff in. But everybody glues theirs together, so that's how whatchamacallit put hers together. Not Heidi, but this is the fun part where I'm going to have fun. Is knowing I might get them up high enough. Do they look even, Mike?
I think so. Get out of the way so I can see. They look pretty even to me.
Now, when you get it all together, it's going to kind of look like that when you get your roof on there. The tags will make the roof, and you got to hold the glue because until it dries, because it won't, it does move if you don't. Yep. I got to figure out a way to do that better. Hang on to that one. till I get some more glue. My glue gun was not hot enough. For some reason, this one's not touching. Doesn't seem to be touching as much as that one does. See, look at. This one seems to be touching more than this one.
Yeah.
I don't quite know why. One must be down lower than the other. That's the only thing I can think of. Okay. Now, this is what it looks like if I can lay it down here and not make it come apart. It's not even, that's the problem. It's really not
turned
even.
Upside down.
And it's not even anyway. Yeah, I do. Now I'm going to have fun with it. It's not on there even because the glue is not staying. See if that sits up there. Now, is it because I Mod Podged this maybe? But I've Mod Podged stuff before and then glued it. No, it's not because it's all Mod Podge too. Just them are going to be a pain in the ass. Okay. Ow! Now they look more even. Huh? Yeah, now they look more even. Oh boy, that burns. Yeah, I'll get the strings off later because I'm gluing my thing even. Now, these are Alaska pine cones. They come out of my little trees out here in the yard. And some moss. It comes out of my yard too. And we are going to put some glue on top of here. Hi, Linda. We're going to put some glue on the top of our house. And we're going to put some of this moss up here across the ridge. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Let's see if I can get my camera to go up in the air some. Oh. Let's see if that helps. Now, can you see what I'm... You see what I'm doing? This is the moss on the top of my house. Can you see it on there, the top of the house?
Wait till it
gets done lagging.
Light gets done lagging. So now I can see it.
Can you see the top of the house?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we put that up there, and we're going to put some, we have a crack that's here in the middle of the birdhouse between the roof and the top of the house. We're going to put moss on both sides of that. So you just take a little bit, and it's real flaky, and just put some glue up inside of the top there by the roof. And it don't hurt if it comes down over the front a little bit. And just stick it up in there to hit your inside there. The glue sticks to my hands real well.
Oh, they're falling asleep.
He always does.
It's so funny.
I know, but
He's almost doing a nosedive on his keyboard.
you know. Ouch. Glue guns are really stringy. You get strings everywhere. And put a little bit on the back, up in this side of the hole there, and on the back of the birdhouse. And then stick your moss up in there and let it come down on the back a little bit. Most of the time these little pieces of glue things will come off from whatever you get them on. I don't like them on my board, but I tend to get a lot of them there. See where I got the moss in the front? And I have it in the back also. And across the top. And we're going to add some around the bottom of the egg, right around this front piece here on this flat board. And when you do this, this moss and regular moss will do the same thing that you buy at the store. It just falls apart. And so you just let it, and what falls off is fine. It just falls off. And if it stands up in the air, that's okay too. Because it is just a moss that's going to do what it wants. I'm going to go around to the back of your birdhouse. And put moss. I should have put it more to the back of it instead of the front, and then I could have put the bird on the bottom actually. But I kind of want him on the top. You can see all the little pieces that fall down on the table. Hi, Stacy. How are you tonight? Leave your comments in the comment section. If you've never heard of couture before, welcome. It's a great DIY. You can use the transfers over and over. And they are all, you can take them and mix them up with one another. Now these little pine cones, I'm just going to take and clip off the bottom of some of them. And I'm just going to put a little glue on them and stick them on my moss in places. This is something you don't have to do. You can use pine cones, or you can use other things. I like these little pine cones. They're very Alaskan. I have them all over my yard. their little and I got glue stuck to my finger. Anyway, that's what you do with them. They are, I think there's, you know what, I don't know now. There's some kind of willow thing, I think, but I'm not sure. I just know every summer I go pick them. They're really cool. And I dry my moss out in the front yard and on the picnic table. And couture is very easy. As I was saying earlier, I have a scan and cut. I don't use it. I don't like to weed. There are some times I would think about maybe something special. If I wanted a special wording or something that I couldn't make with couture, I would probably do it. But because I can make pretty much everything, I don't. I bought it to go with my embroidery machine, and then decided all that weeding and all that stuff was just too much to figure out. We'll put another pine cone up here on the top, and then we're going to add a bird. And we are going to put the bird on the top of, because I kind of messed up. I should have put my birdhouse farther toward the back and left a perch on the front on the board. I could have put him there, but because I didn't, he's going to go on the roof. So I'm going to figure out what I did with him. See, he's too big to sit here. Although he looked good right there. Maybe better there than up here.
What do you think? Is he going to fit right there?
Well, he'll sit just like that. Just that much of him. He hangs off. But he'll sit there because you're going to glue him to the front of this. So he'll either be on the top, you can put him. You can't tell what he looks like up there. Can you see what he looks like on there?
No.
Okay, wait a minute till you see it. Or don't I have him under the camera enough?
No, I don't.
Okay, now look. Keep watching. Now is he up there yet?
No, I can't see the top of the birdhouse.
Ah, okay. This thing don't want to. All right, now can you see the top of the birdhouse?
1 second. No.
Huh, I can see it in here. It's not running on there, evidently. Because I can see it on my
Now
camera.
I can see it.
Okay, is he going to like him better up there? Or we're going to like him better down here in the front? Like this.
I think down in the front. That way it looks like he's sitting in front of the birdhouse waiting to use the hole. Because he can fit in that hole. Because
Oh, yeah.
birds can.
Right, I ain't worried about him getting in there.
Make themselves smaller.
I just want him to not fall off the ledge, is what I was thinking. My light's bad, so I have to keep moving it so I can see what it looks like. Now, Just add a couple flowers. Now you can add what you want on these. As far as the decoration goes, you can put pine cones, you can put flowers, you can put the birds, you can put moss. You can do your colors, any color that you like. This happens to be the color bird I had, and so that's what I used. When I buy flowers, I buy them in big bunches. Makes it easier to figure out what you're going to use sometimes. Not always, but sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's good on the flowers.
Yeah, I think so. I just want one on here. Gotta have one on the back. On top. They now, because I hot glued this, and I'm not sure how well it will hold, because hot glue works great, but sometimes not so much. So if I was going to use it or make it for, I would see if I could take the inside of the candle holder out. Then you could drill down through, and that would probably make it more sturdy. I use hot glue a lot, so sometimes I don't have any problem with it, and other times it wants to be a pill. When I started this out, if you weren't here beforehand, or you have to watch the video over, I used the 2 tags from couture. 2 of them makes the roof, and then I used 1 larger egg from Michael's that I got there the other day, and a candlestick holder from Michael's, and a small piece of wood to use for the base that the egg sits on. Now, if you have a saw and you cut, you can find probably egg patterns on Pinterest that can be used. I use some things from Pinterest sometimes for Easter bunnies that I made before. Couture, of course, you can check out my site, and right now they're having a big sale on. Anyone who is a Club Couture member gets 25% off from the totes, either the one that carries your pace, or the one that you can put tools in, or a transfer one. And for all the rest of the customers that are or are not one or the other, Couture Club Couture customers, members, you get 3 transfers, and the 4th one is free. And you can stack these up all through the month of March. They have adjusted the shipping, so shipping went way down. They send everything flat rate out to the customers that's bought from our chalk site. And Club Couture is a membership program that they have that you join 3 months, and it's $19.99 a month, and you join for 3 months, and then you'd get charged next month, and you get an exclusive Club Couture transfer and 3 chalk paste singles, so you can make a project. And as you'll see, not everything we make is on couture surfaces. Couture surfaces are very nice, though, because of the idea that they have a finish on them like this, and you can wet this and wash it totally off and use the board again. This is what it looks like with nothing on it. This is one of the surfaces. They have all kinds of them. And then you can just DIY and do what you like. And that's what my birdhouse is. I'm going to put it with my bunny things that I made the other day. And then I'm also going to add the Easter eggs to the picture. As soon as my napkins get here, I'm going to Mod Podge them. And then they'll go in a little basket or something. So you can just decorate all kinds of things. You can give these things to your friends. You can sell them. You can keep them for yourself. You can change your wall up if you want when you do different things. So thank you very much for watching me, and don't forget to comment. And share my videos and share my posts. Thanks a lot. Bye.